I'm Dennis Martino. For those of you that don't know me, I've been a Rotarian for 26 years. And it's kind of funny or ironic that 26 years ago we started this program, which is honoring the firefighters of the year, and the police will do in 2 weeks of all. We start off with one city, went to 2, 3, and now it's 4 with Atlanta the last couple of years. So this program's been around a while. We can't express enough, to our firefighters, for what they do for us in our communities. Our Rotarians appreciate it. You, our communities do. We don't get to tell you that enough. So from our hearts, we appreciate our firefighters and thank you for what you do. Our Rotary motto is service above self. And y'all serve every day to the community, so you do our motto. But in Rotary, we're all different business owners and managers, and what we do is we do projects like this. We do projects like with kids in the school. We give dictionaries to over 20,000 dictionaries a year usually to all these kids in this area downtown to third graders, and we do things to help the communities and give back. So as Rotarians, that's our motto. That's what we do. Y'all do it for your life, and we really, really appreciate it. We are to have the chiefs, the representatives, the firefighters of the years, and their spouses that are here today. So let me get started in alphabetical order. I'm going to do the cities, and because we have Atlanta, Atlanta comes first. So I'm going to call up from Atlanta, I'm going to call the chiefs up, or their representative, and I'll let them introduce the firefighter, tell about them, and also introduce, the spouse if they're there. And then we'll have the firefighter join us up here along with some of our hotels are here, and they have something to do too. So let's start with Atlanta and Chief Joel Baker. Chief Baker.
How long do I have? I wrote a long speech.
Oh, you got about 5 minutes.
Okay.
At the most. I'll cut you off. Don't worry.
I'm going to go ahead and call up Captain Robert Lockett up here. He's here today with his wife, Rosalind. Let me start out by saying to the members of the Atlanta Airport Rotary Club, to my fire service colleagues, elected officials, friends, and family, good afternoon. On behalf of our Fire Chief Kevin J. Cochran, and the heroic men and women of the Atlanta Fire Rescue Department, I am honored to recognize at the Atlanta Fire Rescue Department, Atlanta Airport Rotary Club Firefighter of the Year, Captain Robert Lockett. Fire Captain Robert Lockett has been with Atlanta Fire Rescue Department for approximately 20 years. He has served in many areas of the department. As a firefighter, he was assigned to some of the city's busiest fire company and has shared his vast knowledge of fire service to over 200 fire recruits while serving in the capacity of the fire trained lieutenant. But today, Captain Lockett is being recognized and honored due to his great ability to lead and with his overwhelming support to the fire chief officer rank. Recently, we had a chief officer who was out of duty due to an illness, and Captain Lockett filled in for approximately 1 year and took on the responsibility as the chief fire officer. That position is normally rotated with the captain's rank. But Captain Lockett shows so much leadership, so much motivation, so much desire to lead the organization that we kept him there in that position for almost a year. And during this time period, he was responsible for approximately 54 firefighters per shift as they carry out their duties in emergency medical service, airport rescue firefighter services, structural fire protection, hazmat, and many other duties as related to emergency preparedness. He also was challenged with putting up with me, completing a report, analyzing data, and putting up with me again. But more importantly, Captain Lockett fulfilled one of the most critical positions within our organization. He served as an ambassador to the fire chief, as an ambassador to the Department of Aviation, and as an ambassador to the men and women of Atlanta Fire Rescue Department. And for this reason, and many more, Captain Robert Lockett is our Firefighter of the Year.
Okay, if you want to stand right there, Chief, and you stand. Can we have your wife come up here? Because behind every good man, of course, I'll admit, behind every good man, my wife's here, Deborah, and we couldn't do without him, could we? And everything. And Danny Williams is the general manager of this hotel. She's our incoming president for Rotary starting July 1st, and she'll have something to present to you. And let's see, and John, John, there you are, John from Rotary Club something. So I'll start off, excuse me, Danny, right here. We have a framed certificate to present to you, saying you're Firefighter of the Year for Atlanta Airport. I hope you put that in a nice place.
Thank you.
Just stop for 1 second. So years ago, we used to do a crystal trophy, and that's what we gave our firefighters and police. And about 10 years ago, I go, what are you going to do with the crystal trophy? It's nice to have and all that. So I said, we need to do something more. So we went to the framed certificate. We have from our Rotary Club, John has a check here to present to you. Some money, some cash. You can use some cash. And Danny has something to present here. Danny?
And this is just in time for Valentine's Day. So
All right.
along with that cash, you can bring your lovely wife to a 2-night stay at our hotel.
Hotel. Wow.
Very nice.
If you'd like to say a couple words.
Sure. Atlanta Rotary Club, thank you so much for this occasion. It's not very often as firefighters that you get a little recognition and for the job that we try so hard to do every day. It's a pleasure to be here today, and I thank you all.
Well, thank you again for what you do. Thank you all. You can have a seat. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have College Park Fire Department. We have Chief Elmore. Chief Elmore's been here before many times, and you can introduce your firefighter of the year.
Sure.
People.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I would like to call up our firefighter Andy Coggins and his wife Melissa. You know, over the years, as a fire chief, you get a chance to hire many firefighters. And some you could tell from the start, from the first day, within that first year, that they're destined for, I would say, greatness, or they're destined for something special within your fire department. Andy has been a firefighter with our department for the last 4 years. He brought some experience to us when he did, when we hired him. But from that first day, just his leadership, his attitude, whenever I see him, if I'm coming through the bay or out back, he's always, hey chief, always in a great mood, and his peers notice that also about him. One of the things, he answers to hundreds of calls over the years, and he's helped many people. But one of the special things we have with Coggins and his peers has recognized that. It's my understanding that over the last 4 or 5 months, there's a female and her kids who was down and out and needed some help. And Andy and his family has taken on this family, and they're taking care of them until they get back on their feet. Right. I think that's something very special. I don't think he knew, I knew that, but the guy's always coming and telling me what's going on with him. But he's a very special individual, and I can look forward to him advancing within our fire department. So here's Andy Coggins and his wife.
Andy or Andrew, here's a certificate from our club recognizing you as Firefighter of the Year.
Thank you, sir.
For College Park. We have from Danny's daughter, this is kind of unusual too. She's been, Danny and I have known each other for, 30 years. She's been with Marriott. I have a print company, prints for Marriott. But just recently, her daughter, Chrissy, is now the new GM of the Marriott Gateway. Now, Chrissy had a conflict today, so I'm real proud, and she's real proud of her daughter. And this is the first time I can remember in history that a hotel has had a mother and daughter, or brother and mother, father and son in a hotel in the same market. So she's over here, and they work together a lot. But Danny, you want to give us some Chrissy?
Yes, and she's going to be very, very disappointed she missed this. So on her behalf, I'd like to present you tonight's stay at the new Gateway Marriott.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
And here's also a check from the Rotary Club for you, and
Thank you, sir.
congratulations.
Thank you,
Very
sir.
proud of
Andrew, would you like to say a few words?
I will. I usually don't like
That's
to.
all right.
I thank you all for this, but the job's really easy when you got a wife that backs you and leadership like I have. So I just do what I have to do.
I agree with you 100%.
There you go.
100%. So thank you again. And now, from the city of East Point, my longtime friend, Rosemary Cloud, will come up and introduce the East Point faction there.
Good afternoon, and thank you for once again showing your appreciation for the fire department. Appreciation and acknowledgement is more important than any raise or any bonus or any of that. Amazingly enough, people don't believe that, but the statistics show that we appreciate appreciation more. So I want to thank the Airport Rotary Club for once again showing us this honor, and we really are thankful. And on behalf of the mayor and council of the city of East Point, I wish you well, and say again, thank you so much for appreciating us. This particular firefighter represents why it used to be brawn and muscles on the fire department. Women started in the early 70s. Out of 1 million firefighters, there's probably about 300,000 paid firefighters in this country. Out of the 300,000 paid firefighters, there are less than 7,000 women that are paid firefighters. And but this event, this incident represents the benefit of synergy, of diversity, of teamwork. It reflects all of that. It takes brawn and muscles to do our job. It takes intelligence to do our job. It takes open-mindedness. And it also takes a willingness for the person who is best suited for the job to do the job. So let me just, and the job meaning any emergency incident. Firefighter Rosa Tullis, please come up. Firefighter Rosa Tullis, our person of the year. Firefighter Rosa Tullis has distinguished herself as a 7-year veteran of the City of East Point Fire Department, in particular for her heroic actions on April 29, 2012. It was during that evening that a call was dispatched about a 1-year-old falling down a storm drain. A 1-year-old baby fell down a storm drain. Firefighter Tullis was riding Rescue 4. Upon arrival, Firefighter Tullis and other fire department units heard cries coming from a child who had slipped down into a storm drain. Immediately, firefighters covered the hole to protect the child from falling debris as they used a sledgehammer to loosen the concrete, the cover of the drain, and remove it. Next, Firefighter Tullis was swiftly rigged with a harness and lowered into the storm drain, wearing no gear, which on the second attempt allowed her to fit in. After successfully reaching the level where the child had landed, Firefighter Tullis comforted the boy who desperately clung to her. She then raised him above her head because the hole was just that tight. She couldn't hold him that way. She raised him above her head. Where did I leave off at? She raised him above her head, climbed into the level where he was, and then the two of them were pulled to safety. For these brave actions, Firefighter Tullis received not only local news media coverage, but was also featured on CNN and on television, national television stations throughout the country, newspapers, and the internet. She was also honored by the City of East Point Council and was the recipient of the coveted Fire Chiefs Award at the department's annual award ceremony last December. Today, we proudly salute her again as she receives the prestigious Airport Rotary Club honor of being Firefighter of the Year. You gotta come up from behind this.
Rosa?
Okay. Yeah.
Over here,
Yeah,
let me
come
get a
on so you
picture
guys
of
can
you.
get it.
Here's a certificate recognizing you for the City of East Point as the Firefighter of the Year. Congratulations. And let's see, from East Point we have Josh. Come forward, Josh. Josh Johansson's the Director of Operations there of our newly remodeled,
Yes,
Holiday
open
Inn
once
Suites
again.
there on Virginia Avenue.
And we have for you a weekend night stay on the East Point side, of course. One of our new suites, as well as with breakfast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For those of you that don't know, his hotel divides in half with East Point and College Park. So I don't know if you have a fire. Do you both come? I guess.
Yeah, we
you know,
do.
both come and share with the thing and everything.
It's a big party.
Yeah, yeah. And skip it for a second. Go ahead, John. And from our Rotary Club, from John.
And I'm very proud of this one because I was working at East Point with Chief Cloud when we hired this young lady, and very proud of it. I'm always glad to see all the folks that turn out, and hope you stay for your full career.
I will. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's
so
get together and
much.
get one group shot here. Come on in. Right here. Go a little closer.
Can you see Rosa?
You see.
Got a good name.
Yeah, great.
Sometimes it comes in handy.
Yes, please. I do have a speech.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to ask. Go ahead.
First of all, thank you so much to the Airport Rotary Club. It came as a really big surprise. The day, April 29th, the story just has gone on, and it has really, really changed my life. Even now, almost a year after, anywhere I go, it's like, I know you, you're the lady, from the Baby in the Drain. We get calls when we get them. Those of you who are firefighters know that we take the call not knowing what we face when we get there. But we do know what Chief Cloud expects of us, Chief Webb, so we know that she expects us to do whatever is necessary to bring that call to completion. Also, as Mr. Williams can attest to, we were the best trained class in the East Point Fire Department. We have Chief Webb over there that gave us, it was awful. It was awful. But we were so well prepared. He had said even then that it's going to be times when you are going to be the person. And the crazy thing is I'm terribly claustrophobic. So there were times when, as a recruit, I actually went on my off time. And he and some of the other officers at the time would allow me to black out and crawl through a little tube until I got used to it. It's still the worst position that you can put me in, but with their training and the expectations of the department, I do it happily. And to the citizens of East Point, sometimes I knew that I would do fire and I knew that I would do EMS, but we do so much more. When we pull up, it's just so rewarding to have the citizens say, because we're looking at each other like, what are we supposed to do? But the citizens say, we called you, we didn't know who else to call. So we are so well prepared. Thanks again to Chief Cloud and to Chief Webb and the others that have prepared us to successfully do the jobs that we're expected to do. And I love it. It's like TJ Maxx is never the same job twice. So, and it is in fact, a privilege. I didn't recognize it as a calling, but Chief Cloud and others, when we interviewed, apparently they saw something in all of us that allow us to come every day and to get the job done. So thank you so much, Chief Cloud. Thank you to the Rotary Club, and thanks to everybody. This is so nice.
Okay, one more thing.
One quick thing I forgot to mention. That was not her first time going down in a hole. Almost in 2 weeks' time, there were houses in East Point. Apparently, they have holes in the basement where a well used to be. And I think a dog fell down twice, 2 different houses. But she had to go down to in a hole twice more. So that's 3 times fighting her fear, which she taught me to do.
It sounds like you're going to use her to train the new recruits to going down the hole and everything in the near future, since she's getting so good at it and everything. Well, last but not least, we have the Hapeville Fire Department. That's where my business has been for 39 years right now. And we have representing that fire department, Captain Bloodworth. And Captain Bloodworth, you want to come forward?
Well, I think I'm going to read off somebody else's here. That'll look pretty good. First off, I want to give praise to God, because without God, with God, all things are possible. So I want to start there. Second off, I'd like to thank the Rotary Club for making this day possible and recognizing our everyday heroes, the men and women of the fire service who unselfishly lay their lives on the line each and every day, keep our cities, counties, and our great state of Georgia safe. All right. Also, we mentioned a little bit about firefighters a while ago, and a lot of people ask, what's a firefighter? You may ask yourself, what makes a person a firefighter? Is it that he spends a third of his life with his comrades at the fire station? Because if you think about it, every third day they're gone for 24 hours. Spend a third of their life. Is it the countless hours of on duty and off duty training? So many hours goes into training, as you heard of before, just to be a firefighter, an EMT and paramedic. Is it the ability to overcome all obstacles in line of duty? Hang your coat up in the morning, go home knowing you gave all you possibly could give? Or is it just being part of a brotherhood that holds no boundaries? In the fire service, unlike the police departments, we don't have boundary lines. If we're called, we go. And that's what we do as a firefighter. To me, when a person becomes a firefighter, their greatest act of bravery has been accomplished. What they do after that is all in the line of work. For the ultimate measure of a firefighter is not where they stand in a moment of comfort, but where they stand at the time of challenge and controversy. That's what a firefighter is to me. So, it's my privilege to stand up here before you today to bring and honor firefighter EMT Chris Rogers of City Hapeville Fire and EMS. Chris could come up with his lovely wife. Chris was also voted Firefighter of the Year by his peers. Chris graduated from Landmark Christian Academy in 2002. He worked in construction up to 2009 until we could steal him out of construction. He completed his Firefighter 1 and 2 in 2010, also as EMT. In our department, it's a requirement you have to be EMT or paramedic. We're one of the only fire departments in all of Fulton County that has a 911 license. We transport, we run an ambulance. He received his first cardiac award in 2012. Running on the ambulances, a lot of times it's not like your 911 on TV. Everything doesn't always turn out to be the perfect story. Chris is one of the fortunate ones to be able to be on a cardiac save. I've been doing this for 24 years, and I can count on two hands how many cardiac saves we've actually had. He's self-started as tasks needed to be accomplished. He's always ready to assist the rest of his peers once on scene or during schedule and shift training. On his time off from the fire department, he runs his own tree cutting business. So if y'all need any trees cut down, Chris is the man. All right. He likes to enjoy spending quality time with his wife, Catherine, his daughter, Madeline, and Emma, and his son, Carter. He also likes long walks on the beach and poking dead things with a stick. Okay, I didn't do that. Now I know we do have something in common. But without anything further, this is our firefighter year, voted on by his peers, Chris Rogers.
Chris from our Rotary Club, here is a certificate claiming you are the Firefighter of the Year for Hapeville.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Yes. And we have David and Larry, both of you come up. We have the general manager, David Piscola, and Larry is the head of security there at the Airport Hilton, and they have something to present to you.
Congratulations. Thanks, sir. Congratulations. Larry.
Absolutely. The Hilton Hotel is very proud of the Hapeville Police Fire Department, I'm sorry.
And the police.
And the police, yes, and we'll do that in 2 weeks. And we're very proud of you, Chris. We want to congratulate you on your award.
Thank you.
It's well deserved. And we want to present you with this weekend stay at the Hilton for you and your lovely wife.
Thank you.
And that includes free parking and a free breakfast.
All right. John, you have something to present too?
And this is definitely a firefighter family. This is a Hapeville. I worked with Mark Rogers, Chief Rogers at East Point, and got other family was in Atlanta. Mark's now at Palmetto. Have we missed any departments for your family? But this is a check for you, and congratulations. We're real proud of you and at the Rotary Club.
Congratulations. And Mark, would you like to speak? Would you like to say something?
Speech? Oh, yeah. Like everyone else, I'm very thankful for this, to the Rotary Club, to you guys from the Hilton, and I think as firefighters, all of us really enjoy seeing the fruits of our labor. That's one thing that draws us to this job, whether it be seeing a fire being put out and saving property and life, or in the back of an ambulance or even just on a regular EMS call on an engine. Just getting to see someone's worst moment be saved and changed into something better by us, and we get to see that every day. And I know in Hapeville, being such a small, close-knit community, we really get to know our citizens a lot better and get to help them in their times of need, other than just 911 calls, whether it's a light bulb needing changed or a senior citizen or something more serious where they need an ambulance. But this is another thing from the Rotary Club that we all really appreciate at our department. This is another fruit of our labor we get to tangibly see and hold and put up on the mantle at the house, hopefully.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I want to say a big thank you to our hotels. About 8 years ago, I print for a lot of hotels, and I know most of the general managers. So when asked, David jumped up. All the hotels I've ever asked said, yes, we want to be part of this, we'll do it. They believe in the fire department, the police, and recognizing you and everything. And I want to give one more big round of applause, and maybe a standing round of applause. The firefighters can sit, but for our firefighters, Happy Year.